most.
Hello everyone, and welcome to episode 103 of Report This Post, the podcast about bad posts and bad people. My name is Geiger, and that is Christian.
Jet fuel can't melt steel beams.
And we are your hosts with the posts. Every week, Christian and I select a different topic and then find horrible posts for your listening pleasure. And this week's topic is... Oh shit, I forgot. What is it again?
9/11.
9/11. That's right. The 9th of November is the oh, is that not? Oh, sorry. I'm
you're reading
European.
it in European manner.
Yeah. I'm a very European. I'm worldly, and I'm cosmopolitan.
Yeah, that's right.
And metropolitan, which is
a
fitting
kind of
because,
ice cream. Oh no, it's
what?
Neapolitan.
Oh my god. You thought Metropolitan was a type of ice cream? I think you're confusing it with the Superman ice cream because of Metropolis. Is that possible? Knowing your comic book, or just not a bright guy, folks. But anyway, Metropolis is fitting because this week's topic took place in the metropolis of the real world, New York City. 9/11, folks. A day we'll always remember. There's some shenanigans went down in D.C. that day, too, if I recall correctly.
Shenanigans. That's
some muckery.
A little bit of tomfoolery, yeah.
A couple of boys messing about. Just causing trouble. But yeah, 9/11 is coming up this week, folks. The anniversary, I believe it's the 19th anniversary. Is that correct?
Right.
Does that sound right?
Yep.
Yeah. And this topic isn't one that we chose. In fact, it was chosen by a listener. Dallas is his name. He went to reportthispost.storeenvy.com, and if you go there, as Dallas did, you will see a link where you can purchase an episode topic yourself. And would like to apologize to Dallas again for accidentally enabling shipping and handling on that.
That's my fault.
Yeah, we had to refund him because there was no shipping or handling involved. It's just an email where he asked if it was a good idea to request 9/11, and we told him sure. But I guess we'll see how correct that assumption was after we do this episode.
Sure. Great.
Now, Christian, what's your memory of 9/11? We have a lot of listeners who probably weren't even born during then.
I was in, I believe, 10th grade social studies in second period, I believe. And
yep.
It was the football coach was also our social studies teacher, and I believe
Sure.
he told everybody to shut the fuck up. He was turning the TV on.
Yeah.
And that was about that. And that was probably the slow descent into complete desensitization throughout the rest of my adolescent into adulthood. So yeah, good times.
Slow descent, which unfortunately many people that fateful day couldn't experience due to flying directly into big tall buildings, or did they? Well, we're going to find out more about that in this episode. Myself, I think I had pretty much the exact same situation. I was in history, and the history teacher, who was also the football coach, broke the news to us. And then we had the principal come over the loudspeaker and do that whole, this is a day that will live in infamy. And then perhaps most notably that weekend was that NFL games were canceled, and my dad was so fucking pissed off about it. Just furious at the idea that the NFL would Not even canceled. They just delayed the games. That's really what they still played all the games. They just not that weekend. And he was like, "Fuck, man, I just want to watch some goddamn football." And yeah, and he's in heaven now with those 3,000 souls that perished that fateful day. Or did they? Well, I guess we're going to find out more about that.
It's a real will they, won't they situation, folks.
Yeah, and we will have the answer at the end of the episode. But before we get to the end, we have to get to the beginning. So, Christian, do you want to go ahead and get us started on these posts about 9/11?
I really do. I really do.
Wonderful.
So
something very touching, and hopefully that honors our fallen folks.
Well,
okay.
I found a video on YouTube titled "Commemorating 9/11 with My Little Pony is Totally Okay," uploaded by user Midnight Sonnet. And it's a slideshow of various My Little Pony fan art paying tribute to those who were lost in 9/11. And it really is like truly abysmal, grim stuff.
Can imagine.
But here's the video description. I felt I needed to address this since it seems people are being discouraged from showing their support for 9/11 victims through My Little Pony fan art, blogs, fics, etc. Express your support however you please. So long as it's not harming anyone, it's against the law, and it isn't insensitive to the victims, your support is encouraged. So YouTuber Shanna Wolf commented, "As a retired volunteer firefighter and ambulance driver, thank you, Midnight. You nailed it. I remember seeing the planes hitting the towers in 2001 on television from the West Coast. The nation came together in our shock and sorrow. We need to remember Applejack," and for those out there, that's one of the ponies, "is another perfect symbol of the heart and hands that serve. Those who run into where everyone else is panicked to get away from. That sees things no sane person should ever witness and whose only thought is to help who you can. Firefighters respect anyone who genuinely tries to express gratitude. It is not looked for, but for some, their efforts help them heal, and their work say more than words ever express. Thank you, Midnight, for standing with the creators and the emergency service family."
Wow. Wow, what a start. So they said they're a retired volunteer fighter and ambulance driver. Were they also a volunteer ambulance driver? Because I don't know if that's allowed.
Just like, hey, toss me the keys.
Just like pulling up, just like when you pull it alongside a big car accident, you just like pop up in the back. Hey, come on, get in there. Come on, pal. Hop in.
You got your Subaru Baja, and you're just like tossing somebody in the bed of it. Yeah.
Yeah, you and your buddy do the classic, put the cart down, throw them on there, and carry them, and then they fall through the, what's that thing called?
The gurney?
The gurney, that's right. Yeah, they just fall right through it onto the ground, and then they run around in circles and then pick you up, throw you in the back of the Civic, drive you to somewhere. Yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Not the hospital.
No. So Applejack, I'm curious why exactly Applejack is the perfect symbol of the heart and hands that serve.
What I know is that she's a cowboy.
Okay.
So I guess
that's an American.
I guess that.
Okay. A lot of, just like George W. Bush was the cowboy type.
The big hat and everything. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, she also owns a Major League Baseball team as well. So yeah, that's right. Or is it minor league? What's he do?
He paints.
That's right.
So speaking of 9/11, someone on Reddit posted that within 10 minutes of the second tower being hit, and they were watching CNN, a gentleman on there said that Osama bin Laden did it. So pretty early on to say that, and user Alex Carson said this in response: "This is just one of 1,000 anomalies that must be addressed and answered by a legitimate, independent investigation of 9/11." And user Johnny Cash responded. It's a hell of a name to snag on Reddit, by the way. "Only a bigoted, anti-Semitic, tinfoil moonbat kook would want to waste taxpayers' money on what's already been decided. It was so obvious that the networks were able to peg Osama within 10 minutes of the attacks. How much clearer can you get? You brainless truthers and your UFO theories really are retarded. Thank God all you truthers are being put on a list so that traitors like you can be dealt with for endangering the troops by hating America and supporting the terrorists.
Nice. Wow.
And that received this response by user Thumperings. LOL, the irony is I guarantee the real Johnny Cash would be ashamed a moron like you would wear his moniker.
Yeah.
So.
How dare you beseech the man in black's good name, sir?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So apparently he would be a big-time truther.
Yeah, that's right.
Not sure.
Also liking that the guy, the Johnny Cash automatically goes to the Israel did it trying of thought by saying the whole anti-Semitic tinfoil stuff. So that's good. So he's obviously he's had a couple go rounds in this arena before.
It's likely that there are some folks who who seem to think Israel was behind it.
Mm-hmm.
And in fact, I think we'll get to one of those posts much later on in the show from a source we all know and love. But in the meantime, let's go to Christian for another post.
Great. So issue 326 of the Amazing Spider-Man comic was released December 1st, 2001. Mm-hmm. And it features a completely black cover with just the Amazing Spider-Man logo on it. And the story,
a lot of ink, huh?
Oh, yeah. A lot, and really picks up fingerprints, let me tell you. The story inside
Believe you me, do I know.
The story deals with Spider-Man and other superheroes reacting to the events of 9/11, and they're actually joined in their rescue efforts by a crew of some of Marvel's greatest supervillains as well. So the cover to this comic was shared to Our Spider-Man with the caption 9/11 Never Forget. And Fizring commented, as sentimental this is, it's been pointed out many times that the villains shown here have a higher kill count than those who died on 9/11. These are people who are terrorists in many senses of the word, are in fact more evil. I get it's about showing the creators as being sorrowful, but this just comes off as wrong. And I'd like to point out again that this is a comic book about made-up people. So,
that's right. It's these aren't real villains. And so, like, would this guy's like preferred issue would have been Green Goblin is just like laughing and like as the towers are crumbling, like just having a great time.
Yeah, it's that he's like outside the window, the sickos thing. Yes,
yes.
He's doing.
Is that what this guy would love? It's like, hey, it's canon. It makes sense. The characters, it's what they would do. It's been pointed out many times. What the fuck? Why? Why has it
by been? This guy? No, that's the thing. By that guy. Yeah. Stinks.
Yeah.
Pu.
So a user Kiki Pie went to Our Conspiracy Theories to share this idea.
Okay.
The Earth is hollow with a hole to the, quote, underworld located in the Arctic regions protected by the world's superpowers. Osama bin Laden is not dead and has not been dead for a long time, also is an invention of the American government.
Great.
User Jammin' Jalapeno responded, I'm going to take a wild guess here, but you have never finished a book in your life and have never held a job longer than a few months.
God damn.
This is from Our Conspiracy Theories. Poor Kiki Pie. Some other subreddits that Kiki Pie is very active in are Dreams, are Karate, are Occult, are Psychic, are Krav Maga, are Globe Skepticism, and are Kiki Pie, which is his own subreddit where he just posts things for himself and that get no likes or if any votes at all. So
it's rough.
I like it. This guy's just like using this thing as a blog, basically. Which why not, right?
Sure. Yeah.
You might as well.
Yeah, you might as well. That's right. You gotta think it's really gotta take the wind out of your sails when you're on Our Conspiracy Theories and put something like that up. Someone's just like shut the fuck up,
idiot. For saying what I feel like is kind of in the vein of the...
Sure. He immediately went over to his own subreddit and was like, Dear Diary, this guy was really nasty to me over on... Yeah.
Yeah. what goes on at the globe skepticism? It's not just denying. It's just, hey, look, we're asking questions about the shape of the Earth for some reason.
Yeah. It's changed my mind for flat earthers, I guess. Yeah. Good gravy. Cool. All right. Well, over on Facebook, a gentleman of Middle Eastern descent made this status. In memory of 9/11. In memory of 9/11 victims, hashtag RIP, hashtag don't forget, which
don't forget.
Sure. And another fella of the Caucasian variety commented, do you realize it sounds weird from a Muslim? Allahu Akbar. And one of the OP's friends replied, just because he's a Muslim doesn't mean he is not allowed to commemorate the lives of so many who died in a terrorist attack committed by some idiots who think that their wrong beliefs justify killing innocent people. To which the white guy responded, well said, have a great weekend.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, you know what? Thanks.
Yeah, this is a guy who's just like, doesn't actually have opinions or anything. He's just like, wanted to make that comment and then
just reacting. Yeah, that's right. It's just pure
reacting.
base reaction.
Absolutely no ideology to anything. Just like, no, okay, great, well said. Well, bye. And doesn't ever think about anything political ever in his life, and he is so much happier than all of us. Probably never online. Just a lot of fishing and everything. It sounds fucking great.
You're just thinking about he's out there fishing. He's like laughing. It's like Allahu Akbar. That's pretty good. That's pretty good.
It's pretty funny. So speaking of Facebook, a young woman went on there to share her thoughts. October 11th is, quote, National Coming Out Day. Mean fucking while we still do not have an official National 9/11 Day, just a day of remembrance. This is so sick. I just found out about this, quote, coming out day. By gay, I mean this is by far the gayest shit our country has ever done. Yet we can't have a national day for 3,000 people who were viciously murdered? Screw your National Coming Out Day. Push it a month back and make a real national day for September 11th. Rant over.
Great.
It seems she got September and October confused.
Yeah, a little bit.
Also, there a day of remembrance is National 9/11. I don't know what she means exactly. Like,
it's like, why celebrate a bunch of people living their lives the way they want to when we could just spend a day like miserably thinking about a bunch of dead people? Like, what? Yeah.
I don't know what a National 9/11 Day would be besides a day of remembrance. Sales? Do you want? Is it like a day off work? Is that what it's probably?
Yeah, that's basically that's what she wants. Yeah, nobody gets off work for National Coming Out Day, but if it was
true.
If it was a Remembrance Day, they'd probably shut down the Piggly Wiggly or wherever the hell she works. So,
boy, I had a rough Piggly Wiggly in Georgia. Real rough one. Good selection of meat, but yeah, rough
atmosphere.
Oh boy, yeah, it was a lot of folks like this there. That's for sure.
That's right. I found this article about Devo band member Jerry Casale.
Okay.
Devo co-founder, singer, and bassist Gerald Casale, 67, was married to Krista Knapp, 26, on Friday, September 11th, in a modest ceremony. But thanks to the 9/11-themed reception that followed, the response to the event has been anything but. On Monday morning, TMZ ran photos from Casale and Knapp's intimate reception at Michael's restaurant in Santa Monica, showing the newlyweds cutting their wedding cake, which was shaped like the World Trade Center's Twin Towers with their faces drawn on it. Place settings featured an image of a box cutter with Gerald and Krista engraved on them, and guests actually got real box cutters as wedding favors, all of which provoked considerable criticism online. I apologize to anyone who's offended, Casale told Billboard, saying the theme was all a surprise to him and his bride. He said the media attention it received has ruined our wedding. Casale explained that the couple had gotten married on September 11th because the Beverly Hills courthouse is only open on Fridays, and that was the last Friday available before their marriage application expired. Sure. The wedding was just the two of them and a witness, and the reception was for about 20 of their closest friends. while Casale said some of his friends had commented on whether it was appropriate for them to get married on the 14-year anniversary of the September 11th attacks, calling it macabre, he would respond that he and Knapp are the Twin Towers of love.
Boy, oh boy. That's powerful. Well said, Jerry. So, okay, right off the bat, a 67-year-old guy marrying a 26-year-old. You gotta love good. It. It's bad. What I meant is that it's bad. Even as a bit, box cutters as wedding favors?
That stinks.
What the fuck?
Stinks. And the guy I didn't really know that I didn't really.
Yeah. Somehow this was all a surprise to him as well. Like someone just surprised him with box cutter with their names engraved on it, and which I feel like that doesn't seem like an easy thing to just get. To go down to the local corner engraver and get done.
You take a whole box of box cutters down to like things remembered at the mall, and you're like, yeah, sure. Can I get this engraved? The guy's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. Oh boy, yeah, that's a tough one. I mean, I think it's pretty funny, but you kind of have to know that. But Devo's a wacky band, aren't they? Aren't they one of those wacky bands? So,
they are wacky. Yeah.
This was perhaps a tad too wacky. Let me see if we got any good pictures of this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There they are, smiling in front of Twin Tower cakes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, she is considerably younger than him.
Mm-hmm.
Great. Well, good for them. I'm sure they're. Hopefully they're still standing, and nothing forced them to collapse at very fast speed. This is from Reddit. Am I the asshole for making a 9/11 joke in front of someone who claimed to have lost a brother during it? Now, this happened several years ago in my junior year of high school. I made some sort of 9/11 joke, and the guy next to me called me out on it and said he didn't think it was funny because his brother died on 9/11. Now, this sort of thing is actually a running joke that people do, responding to 9/11 jokes, all pretend serious, claiming that a close relative of theirs died. But this guy wasn't really the type to do that, and a friend of his was backing him up. Assuming his brother did die in 9/11, I'm kind of conflicted on this. Because on the one hand, obviously joking about the event where his brother died would understandably rub him the wrong way. But on the other hand, I feel like calling me out like that was unnecessary. I think most of us had joked about tragedies before. A little dark humor isn't a bad thing. It's just joking about it in front of someone affected that's bad. So I guess the question is, did I just get unlucky, or am I the asshole for joking about this at all, or not confining it to a crowd who I knew wouldn't be hurt by it?
Oh.
So yeah, everyone called him an asshole,
yep.
Of course. Yeah. A few people said it's no big deal. But what I find interesting is that he, in his own post, he acknowledged that, joking about it in front of someone that's affected is bad.
It is the amount of tact that some people lack is truly astounding. Like it really is. Like just like the flip flop it. Now to be fair, he does say that the guy's brother died on a 9/11.
That's true.
Not in 9/11. So you know, if the kid got whacked in the head with like a straight golf ball, then then sure. But if he was actually at ground zero, then there's a different you gotta take a little around the block there a little bit. So
that's tricky. But I really just it's like, okay, obviously this is a running joke that people do. Like, is it? Is it?
It's a well-known bit. Yeah, sure.
Of course.
Now to be fair, a number of comedians have put out there that they were involved in 9/11 and found out that they were actually not. So
Steve Renazizi, I believe, is the most.
That is correct. Yeah,
the guy from The League.
Yeah,
the show. He just had this whole story about how he was there, and then a couple years later, he's like, "No, I wasn't there at all." No.
Just kidding, guys.
We almost lost Seth MacFarlane.
That's 9/11. Right.
Did you know that? We could have lost out on the worst seasons of The Family Guy. God, man, if he died in that, it really would have been like, my God, that guy was a genius. And we'll never get to see his work, and
He
this is
would
why.
revere.
Yeah. I mean, it's we say the same with like Jimi Hendrix and people like that, but it's good that they died young. Hendrix will be playing like county fairs now, you know.
That's true. Speaking to him and like the one guy from Lynyrd Skynyrd that wasn't on the plane, and the rest of the guys that. Okay. All right. Great. So I found an insanely long thread on Twitter where a bunch of people with Superman avatars were arguing about an article that described Zack Snyder's Man of Steel as an apology letter for the Iraq War.
Okay.
Insanely weird. Anyways,
Yep.
200 some posts into this thread, a guy with the handle @neon_hammer commented, "Okay, finally read it. I'm really happy the writer was able to see himself in Snyder's Kal, but honestly, I don't think much of it as a piece of writing. Snyder's films show that there may be one good immigrant, and that's enough. Kal is good, but we need to watch out for the rest."
What?
To which @WWE Sean03 replied, "No. Dude, the movie shows how the world is intolerant towards immigrants due to what a few of them did. If Kryptonians were Muslim, then Zod and his crew are the ones who caused 9/11, while the rest, Superman, Jor-El, etc., are the ones who denounced the terrorists." @Neon Hammer, "I agree with just about everything you're saying, despite you framing it like we disagree." To which WWE Sean03 replied, "So you agree Snyder's movies are actively fighting Islamophobia?" Neon Hammer replied, "No, because he still creates an overall thesis that is against the outsider. The Justice League solely exists because Batman trusts Superman but knows other aliens could be trouble." To which WWE Sean03 closed out the thread with, "No, he knows that something is coming to Earth that will be dangerous, not that all outsiders are terrorists." So,
I don't know what opinion anyone has on this. So, this is the point of the when you get way deep down into these long threads, where like no one is even sharing opinions about anything. They're just like total semantics about.
they're just going back and forth, and they're just like they're saying the same thing slightly different,
and they're like arguing with each other, even though they 100% agree, and they just have no way of, because it's just too far into the thread. They can't.
Yeah, they can't be. They can't be the one to take the L and just be like, "Yeah, you're right." Like, thank you.
Yeah, they just have to keep saying no, that's not what I'm saying. Then they say the exact same thing. The other guy's like, "No, you're saying this," and it's the exact same thing. So just 40 back and forth with that. It turns out there's a lot of people online who have opinion about Zack Snyder. I don't know if you've learned about that.
Yeah, I saw the last couple weeks, especially. Yeah.
And some point down the line, I believe we will be doing a Zack Snyder episode.
Thank God for that.
Yeah, so look forward to that one. I don't even know where to start with that. Except that I love 300.
All I gotta say is if my kid killed themselves, I'd probably stop making movies.
Okay. Didn't know that about him, but I'm sure that will provide some fun content later. Great. So a guy posted this on Facebook. All of the world tragedies starting from September 11 all happened because of me. Any smart conspiracy theorist ever wondered why all the world tragedies and intonations doesn't make any sense starting from September 11th? I got all the answers. Everything from September 11, Malaysia plane, Obama to Jeffrey Epstein, and etc. Everything is linked. It all because of racism. I live in New York City, and my next-door neighbors are white supremacists. They wanted to show my family how well connected they are to friends at high places by causing all of the above activities. Hence, my entire family betrayed me so that their life won't be ruined like mine. Coincidence, Kobe's, quote, accidental helicopter crash happened just the day after my birthday? My dad's birthday is September 1, and Twin Towers crashed on September 11.
Oh, my God.
I have law enforcement always harass me because they are told to do so. I got arrested 4 times, all of which was a setup.
Okay.
My neighbors doesn't want me to live next to them, and they want me out from this neighborhood. My dad owned this house, and it is worth $3.4 to $4 million. My dad is going to sell this house so that I am forced to not live here anymore. My neighbor has some serious mental issue against colored people, and I'm East Indian. I seriously want to expose the people before they end up locking me up in prison or I somehow end up dead. And,
Oh.
Here's the top response to that. People like you give conspiracy thinkers like us a bad name. You maybe need medical help, bro. Stay safe. Maybe try talking to a therapist. Rough to hear that from a conspiracy theorist.
It's really rough. I mean, now, granted, sure, he sounds crazy, but what if he's right?
Yep. That's so much funnier than him being just crazy.
I know that's one of your favorite things is like, what if one of these conspiracy guys is like 100% right?
Yeah, it's because this East Indian guy whose dad's birthday is 10 days before, Kobe crashed a day after his birthday, so you can just see how much this all related.
Yep. There's a lot of ties in there. Yeah, I I love the line. My neighbors doesn't want me to live next to them. It's like, yeah, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably not for the reason that you think.
Maybe
but yeah.
They're on the stoop enjoying a beer, and then you just stare at them and talk about various ideas that you have that are perhaps a little out of the mainstream.
Man,
well,
that's good.
Good for him. And that'll do it for the free portion of this week's episode. We have a whole additional hour of posts available in the full episode at patreon.com/reportthispost. A whole bunch of more posts over there. Plus, you'll get to hear This Ain't It, Chief. You'll get to hear a preview of next week's episode. And as our friend Dallas did, and selected an episode topic, you can actually do the same thing too over at patreon.com/reportthispost, or you can go to reportthispost.storeenvy.com and throw down a couple bones to pick your own topic. Maybe you want to do one about another terrorist. Maybe you want to do an Oklahoma City bombing episode. Maybe you want to do Pearl Harbor. Any number of fun, great topics out there available for you to choose with your own hard-earned money. You can throw it at us, and then we'll do an episode about it. Clearly, we have no shame with regards to that. Thanks, everyone. Patreon.com/reportthispost. Goodbye and God bless.